This was not the first time she'd had this nightmare, nor was it the first time she'd woken to find Hades watching. "You haven't slept," she said. "No," he replied, and rose beside her, lifting his hand to brush her cheek. His touch sent a shiver down her spine, straight to her soul. "Tell me." When he spoke, it was as if his voice were magic, a spell that coaxed words from her mouth even when they seized in her throat. "I dreamed of Persephone again." Hades' hand fell from her cheek, and Persephone recognized the expression on his face, the violence in his endless eyes. She felt guilty, having unearthed a part of him that he worked so hard to control. Pirithous haunted Hades just as much as he haunted her. "He harms you, even in your sleep." Hades frowned. "I failed you that day." "How could you have known he would take me?" "I should have known." It was impossible, of course, though Hades had argued that was why he had assigned Zophie as her protector. But the Aegis had been patrolling the exterior of the Acropolis during the abduction. She had also not noticed anything out of the ordinary because Pirithous' exit had been through an underground tunnel. Persephone shivered, thinking of how she'd thoughtlessly accepted the demigod's help to escape the Acropolis, all the while he'd been planning her abduction. She would never trust blindly again. "You are not all-seeing, Hades," Persephone attempted to soothe. In the days following her rescue from Pirithous' home, Hades had been in a dark mood, which had culminated in his attempt to punish Zophie by relieving her of her Aegis duties, a move Persephone had halted. Still, even after Persephone had rejected Hades' decree, the Amazon had argued with her. "This is my shame to carry." The Aegis' words had frustrated Persephone. "There is no shame. You were doing your job. You seem to think your role as my Aegis is up for discussion. It isn't." Zophie's eyes had gone wide as she looked from her to Hades, uncertain, before she relented, bowing deep. "As you wish, my lady." After, she'd turned to Hades. "I expect to be informed before you attempt to dismiss anyone under my care." Hades' brows rose, his lips twitched, and he countered. "I hired her." "I'm glad you brought that up," she'd said. "The next time you decide I need staff, I also expect to be included in the decision-making." "Of course, darling. How shall I apologize?"